Hello everyone. My name is Guruprasad. I'm here to take you through my professional journey over the last 23 years. It all started, with me studying my mechanical engineering with PSIT Bangalore, and I had realized that I was not cut for a mechanical job. My friends, even now when we meet, they still joke about my engineering drawing skills. So I had to find an alternative. Being born and brought up in Bangalore had a special privilege at that point of time. So there was a huge IT boom. A lot of people, regardless of the branches of engineering they studied, they got into IT. I think even I wanted to be part of the IT revolution as well. I think the other two things that really went for me to make the choice was I was consistently doing well in math, and my computer skills was good. I had decent programming skills, so I felt that I can be part of the IT industry, right? Though I was not too sure. With a lot of hardship, and joined a few of those bridge courses, which were very popular during that time. That helped me to really have solid skills on C and Unix and C++, and then got my first break as a software engineer in a payment systems company. For the next 5 years, I could really establish myself as one of the best with C, C++, Unix. Is pretty proficient in the skills, put them to use in the payment systems domain. I programmed on a lot of point of service devices and smart cards and the ecosystem that supports that, the Unix servers, the EFT servers. So I was pretty much had worked on a lot of facets of payment systems, and I considered myself as pretty well established by that time. To me, the biggest icing on the cake was, when I developed a program that integrates several systems for one of our clients in Singapore. It was to enable the metro card that was used in Singapore to be used in multiple retail places. So when I saw that, I was a lone programmer there, and when I saw that card was being used in multiple places, and then there was at the back end, it was my program which was running, it was a huge satisfaction. And I felt I have arrived as a software engineer, and wanted to continue as a techie for a long time. I really loved my profession then. However, when I joined as a tech lead in one of the mid-sized organizations in India, the expectations were completely different, and then I had to take care of the people side, the management, more than really work on the technology. I think that was a very big transition phase for me. I really struggled a lot because programming was all about, I think, IQ, and then I took a long time to move into the EQ part of it, where I could work with people to get things done. So that was also the phase, when I had faced both the best and worst of management. I had seen the managers and management, who provided you the space, who helped you grow, who could derive your strengths, right? And I had also seen the other side of the management, which was heavily command control and relied on inciting fear. I had seen both the sides of the management, and I had seen what really works for people, what keeps people motivated. And when I first learned about Agile, I think that was the part of Agile which really kind of excited me the most. The servant leadership, or what we call as facilitative leadership, where you give more space to people, you push the ownership to the team, you work on creating environment as a leader rather than giving instructions to people. And even thinking of working software as a only measure, making IT and business come together, focus more on collaboration. A lot of these aspects actually made huge sense for me as somebody who just got into Agile. In fact, our project was picked for agile transformation, and I got a very close look into the whole process of agile transformation. Worked very closely with one of the very well-renowned agile consultant. So it did two things to me. One is my belief in agile, which helped me to learn more about it and its frameworks, plus also a sort of a vision, that kind of was created in my mind, that I also wanted to become an agile consultant at some point of time. I was not sure when, but I think it created some sort of a vision. When I took up my next job in IBM, though I did not get into any formal agile transformation, most of my management was driven by this knowledge of agile and whatever I had seen from the agile consultant, right? And I think the biggest takeaway for me during my tenure with IBM was my manager himself. He was a fantastic leader. Just to see him and observe the way he functions and then the way he responds in different situations helped me to grow as a leader. And I think that's something that I took away from being part of IBM. Then I got a break with Societe Generale or Society General, where I got my first break as a lean management consultant. It was a fantastic experience. For me, the biggest takeaway was, how Toyota went through the struggles and then, brought in, what we call as lean today, made tremendous change in the way they work. So it was a paradigm shift for them. And the biggest takeaway for me was, it was not just about bringing lean as some sort of a methodology, but the way Toyota addressed its people, their mindset, the culture, which is an element which most of the companies miss today, right? They miss the mindset and culture part of it, and they usually go for the easier part, which is just implementing the mechanics of agile, which is easy to do, but you can't reap benefits from that. I learned over a period of time that it was all about addressing this mindset and culture. From being a lean management consultant, I took up the role of an agile coach. I was the first agile coach with Society General. And over a period of time, I understood that, I need to get better at my, coaching skills, right? It was not just about training and consulting. You can't just tell people and then facilitate the change. So I invested on understanding this whole science and art of coaching. Got myself accredited with ICF. Plus, another big thing that really helped me to address the mindset and culture issue was being part of transactional analysis. So TA, for many of you who may not know, is a school of psychology which can be implemented in various fields, an organization being one of them. TA really helped me transform my thinking and the way to address and work with people at a psychological level, because a lot of us in our organizational life are unconscious, right? There are a lot of, we don't do things consciously many times, right? The multiple theories in TA, which really helps me to bring out surface some of those issues and address them so that they can be resolved, and then we can reach our goals more consciously. From being an agile coach, I went on to coach more than 40 teams. And I also set up the Agile Center of Excellence there and went on to lead the Agile Center of Excellence within Society General, where we were a group of about 25 Agile coaches. We were running a program on continuous delivery, which also shifted my focus from just team agility to systemic agility. So when I moved from Societe Generale to Fidelity Investments, it helped me to focus more on building systems for, let's say, sustaining agility, working more closely with the leadership, engaging them, coaching with them, bring larger part of the organization to bring the organizational change, right? It just cannot happen by working very closely with smaller teams or IT only, right? You really need to bring a larger system into play. So I learned and applied a lot more of systemic change over there. So that remains my focus today as well. How to bring in systemic change, right? My current interest is also on designing and creating good COEs, right? Why do we need COEs? Is it on a temporary basis, or do we need COE for a larger phase? What purpose do they really serve? What value does it really bring? How can it protect the agile coaches, because the agile coaches have a really tough job of facilitating a change. So how do we protect them, and also how do we work very closely with the business and demonstrate the value of agile on a regular basis? So all of these becomes problems of setting up the COE in the right way. Since 2018, I have been an external consultant. I thought I had seen enough of being an insider. Facilitating change, being an insider comes with its own pros and cons. So I wanted to see the other side of it and then be an external consultant. That's when me joining PM Power really helped. So I've been part of PM Power since last 2 years now. One of the philosophies of PM Power is on your own but not alone, and PM Power stays true to that philosophy. There is an immense experience within PM Power. It's a great privilege to really tap into their experience at any point of time. Outside work, when I'm really not working, I love enjoying time with my daughters, who are in their fourth and seventh grade. I love playing with them. I enjoy just being with them, listening to them, and sometimes even teaching them. I'm also interested in learning more about Indian philosophy and how to apply that in our day-to-day life. That's another area of interest for me. So that's a short summary about me. So a lot of topics that we have discussed about. So if you are interested in any of them, feel free to get in touch with me, write to me. So thanks a lot for tuning in. I wish you all the best. Bye.